Tales of Jack and Millie, written and produced by Brightman, narrated by Stefan Gannon, featuring Dr. Esslin Terrighena as Millie, Gary Brightman as Jack, Stef Gall as Eeva, and Cary Nicolson as O'Malley. Episode 5, Jack's Story. Tales of Jack and Millie is about the adventures of 4 rescued pets that live with their human parents on a beautiful green hilly island in the South China Sea. If only our pets had voices, what would they say? Would they be poets, rappers, or philosophers, or just like, well, family? At 4 years old, Jack Rabbit is the oldest member of the family. Not necessarily the brightest candle on the cake, but with a happy disposition and a good sense of humour that makes up for it. Adopted from Tales, Team for Animals in Lantau South, animal welfare charity, at the age of 8 weeks, he looked like a piglet with his pink paws and nose, small tail and eyes. He grew up in the local bookshop, where he was adored by customers and fellow business owners alike, and turned into Handsome Jack. His parents would take him for a walk with their dog Wilson, carrying him in a bag before he had his injections and was old enough to have developed his immune system. He was basically cuddled up by everyone that met him for the first 9 months of his life, which probably accounts for his soft disposition. He is an eternal pup who still plays with his teddies and pesters his sisters Millie and Eeva. Jack also loves running up and down hills, along beaches, as well as bathing in and drinking from mountain streams. If he were a person, he would be a Bondi beach surf dude, with long shorts and a shark's tooth pendant. O'Malley, as usual, was holding court on the garden wall and preaching down to Millie and Eeva.
You know, Jack gives you girls a bad name. He's always happy and funny, but basically as thick as a buffalo's butt.
Why do you always pick on him? You know he's scared of you.
He's like a sheep in wolf's clothing. I like to spook him by running around the bedroom after lights out.
Poor Jack.
That's probably because he always gets fed first and gets more food than you, O'Malley, isn't it? And maybe even, dare I say it, more cuddles.
I bow to no one. Anyways, he sleeps in some pretty cool places and leaves them warm. Once I've scared him away, I get the sweet spot. He has his uses.
Well, I love Jack. He's my older brother and I look up to him. Just kidding, he's a big doofus, really. Look at him over there, trying to catch butterflies with no net.
Well, he's good fun to wind up as he rarely goes barking mad.
Hey guys, what gives?
Just saying, we couldn't live without you, Jackie boy.
Oh, thanks. Being the oldest, I know I'm a good role model.
Do you think this collar suits me, Eeva?
Oh, very definitely. It totally matches O'Malley's toolbox. A very avant-garde, as we say.
Is that a good thing?
Ooh, yes.
It would look better if it had lights on it, so we could see you more easily. Black dogs tend to be very hard to find in a crowd.
When I'm out shopping, I like to blend in. I'm a stealth dog.
Roger that, Millie. It's like when I go to the vets. I like to blend in with the other dogs so the vet doesn't see me.
You're such a wuss.
Most people can talk without listening. Very few can listen without talking.
Are you channeling your inner Bruce Lee again?
What?
Hold up. Did you just make cat noises?
I seem to do that more and more at the moment.
I blame O'Malley. We seem to be fed from a purple tin once a week now, not always the yellow tins.
Well, I won't tolerate sardines and jelly. They're for losers.
I knew it! We're being fed cat food once a week.
Oh, it's all your fault, O'Malley. That's feeding us the cat food that you refuse to eat. Meow.
I like sardines, but if they turn me into a cat, I'm out.
O'Malley, you're so annoying. Why can't you eat what you're given?
In this series, we will feature one of Aesop's fables in each episode. Aesop's fables usually involve animals and take the form of very short stories which convey a clear moral. Jack and Millie were walking up the hills with their mum. Saturday was hiking day, and they would cover around 35 kilometres together over an 8-hour period. After 3 hours, Jack's tummy started to rumble.
Oh, Millie, I'm starving. When's Mum gonna feed us?
Have you tried putting your paws up on her rucksack while she's walking? Do it, do it, do it.
Done that 3 times. Each time she turns round and cuddles me.
Guess we'll have to live with it then, Jackie boy.
They crossed a stream near an old farmhouse, and as Jack looked down into the water, he couldn't believe what he was seeing.
Millie, do you see what I see in the water?
What's that? Is that a t-shirt?
No, Dumbo. They're tasty cowhides. I bet they've been put there to soften them up.
Forget it, La. The water's too deep.
You know, I bet if we drank some of the stream water down, we could reach them and eat one each.
Millie looked at Jack doubtfully, but was thirsty anyway, and so she started to drink the water along with Jack. Well, they drank, and they drank, and they drank, but the hides didn't seem to get any nearer to them. Their stomachs had swollen, and they were both feeling sick. They failed to realize that the stream would keep filling with water, no matter how hard they drank. They both dragged themselves up the riverbank.
Well, I don't feel hungry anymore, but I do feel like I'm going to explode.
Another great idea you didn't think through, Jack Rabbit.
Ow, oh, ow, oh, ow, oh, ow.
So there you have it, the Aesop's fable of the dogs and the hides. There is a lesson to be learned from this fable. The moral of this story is not to try impossible things.
Like you do every day, Millie, when you run off up the hills and try to hide from us.
Like you pretending that you're not scared of me, Jack?
And like you do, Jack, when you can't even jump onto Mum and Dad's bed, even though you're the biggest of all of us.
Oh, yeah, and like you do, O'Malley, when you wail for hours on end and no one even understands cat.
And like when you pretend that you're not scared of your annual injections, Jack.
What's an interaction?
The cat said injection, Jack. It's when someone sticks a needle into your butt to keep you safe for another year.
And like trying to drink a stream dry, eh, Jack?
Button it, Eeva.
A skiddly bebop, a shoebop, a Scooby-Doo. Guess what, Jack? We love you. Meow!
The pets in Tales of Jack and Millie were adopted from Tales, Team for Animals in Lantau South, a Hong Kong registered charity. For further information, you can visit their website at taleslantau.org, or Facebook at Tales Lantau, or Instagram at tales.lantau. Jack, Millie, Eeva and O'Malley are all treated at Lantau Community Vet in Mui Wo. These stories, of which this is the 5th in the series, are about 3 dogs and a cat. They had nothing going for them and no hope for a secure and happy future, until they were given a home by a human family.